Hello, Spotlight Report. Max Cavalera here in Sydney, sending a big hello. Hello, mate, to all my Australian fans. Thank you very much for the great reaction that we got at Soundwave. We love you all. Stay metal. Oi!
Hi everyone, this is George from Spotlight Report, and I have the honor to be sitting down here with a true metal legend, Max Cavalera. So I really want to thank you for this opportunity, for this chat, and I want to ask you, how has been the Soundwave tour so far for Kill Be Kill?
It's been great, you know. It's our first shows ever. You know, we never played before. The only thing we did was practice before the Soundwave. We practiced for 2 days. It was really good. When we hit the stage in Melbourne, the first time ever, it was incredible. The energy was just incredible. You know, it was so much energy. It's a bit different, you know. For me, I think Killer BQ has a different vibe from what I normally used to. Soulfly, Cavalera Conspiracy, I'm in the center, I'm singing the whole time. Where Killer BQ, I'm on the side, and I don't have to sing the whole time. I sing a couple parts, you know, and you know, run around, jump around, and watch the energy of the other guys. We had a great show last night with Lamb of God. Again, the energy was super exciting, and we're looking forward to, now we got 3 more shows, and we're looking forward to do all of them and, you know, finish this Australian leg of the Killer BQ tour in high spirits, and hopefully we can do some more of that stuff in the future.
Speaking about that first Melbourne show, we had the lucky to see you in Adelaide. So how the band feels about having a record crowd in Melbourne and having tons of fans defeating the sun, because it was 41 degrees in Adelaide, just to see you guys live?
Yeah, Adelaide was rough. It was a hard show because it was so hot. You know, it was like we were fighting that, and yeah, you know, I think we still did it. You know, we tried to still give a good show, and even with the sun and the heat, and I still think it was a good show. You know, and I think I have to give credit to the fans for being in the sun and be there for Killer BQ, because it was tough. It was rough, you know. It was rough for us to play. I can imagine for them in the crowd must be just super hot and just miserable, you know. But you do those things for the love of metal.
Of course you do. And speaking about Killer BQ, of course, which is the group sensation of heavy metal nowadays, it did very well on the charts here in Australia. So I would like to know how these ideas began. How did you get Greg and Troy to join you and in this quest for Kill Be Kill? How you guys work together in studio?
Yeah, well, the project idea was Greg's. He called me and invited me to start this project. It was a little bit like similar to Nail Bomb. You know, he knew I had done Nail Bomb in '95. And I had a really good time doing that, and the album came out really good, you know, and I say, let's do something similar to what we did in album. That's how it started, but eventually became something else, something quite different and much more bigger than what we expect, you know. Especially here in Australia, the album really exploded here, and people loved it and charted. It's in the charts right now, and yeah, so I think it was a nice surprise for all of us to see how good the record did. And for me, it's fun, man, playing with the guys I really like. You know, I like Greg a lot. I like Troy a lot. You know, and playing with friends of mine that I love their music. You know, I like Mastodon and Dillinger Escape Plan. I'm a fan of and here we have band from Converge playing drums on this tour, and that's another band that I really like. So perfect. I think it's for me it's a little bit of a break from what I normally do from Soulfly because I am recording new Soulfly right now in this moment. It's gonna come out in August, and I have a little bit of Cavalera Conspiracy touring in America to do after this. So it's a nice break to come here and do Killer Be Kill. It was perfect.
And speaking about Killer Be Kill, again, what would you say is your favorite Killer Be Kill song to play live on stage?
I like the crazy ones, Curb Crusher, Face Down, the ones that they're just full of energy, set fire to your flag. And towards the end of the set right now we are playing Wings of Feather and Wax and Snakes of Jehovah, which are the biggest songs of the record. We are playing them in the end now. We changed the set list since yesterday. We decided to change the set list. We were opening with Wings in Melbourne, but we're not doing that anymore. And I think it's better now. The set list is better with opening with Flag. And but my personal favorite is Curb Crusher because I just love it's remind me of Napalm Death at the beginning, so it's awesome.
Yeah, and the crowd went mad with that massive circle in the mosh pit and stuff like that. So moving to Cavalera and Soulfly, in Cavalera you have your son playing the drums for you. So I wonder, how is this experience to go on tour with your son and keeping the legacy of the Cavalera alive?
Oh yeah, I have family everywhere nowadays. Soulfly, my son Zion plays drums on the new record, and we just played Mexico, and Tony Campos is here with Ministry, so he couldn't play bass. So my son Igor ended up playing bass in Mexico, and Cavalera Conspiracy, of course, is with my brother Igor, and we started Sepultura back in 83, 84, and we're still playing together, so it's a lot of fun. I like all of it, man. I like Cavalera Conspiracy. It's a little bit more trash, a little bit more faster. But I love Soulfly too because we got all the crazy Soulfly stuff. The early more tribal stuff like Eye for an Eye and Tribe, and then Prophecy, Primitive. And so I enjoy playing with all the bands. I just like to keep busy, as long as I'm playing. I don't care who is with. I just like to play.
And we were reading that you would like to do more covers of Motorhead in another interview. So I wonder if you have ever tried to get in touch with Lemmy to do something together.
Yeah, man, I would like to, but it's kind of hard to get in touch, and I don't know. I don't have much contact with him, but I kind of respect his privacy too. I don't want to go bug him. I just like Motorhead a lot. Like the name Sepultura come from Motorhead song "Dancing on Your Grave." We have a big history. Actually, on the Metal All Stars I did in South America, I ended up covering Ace of Spades, which was really good, a lot of fun. And of course Sepultura, we did Orgasmatron, that a lot of people like it, but maybe one of these days, we get to work together. Never say never. That's I always said, everything is possible.
And following up on that, South America music scene is getting bigger and bigger as well. So I wonder if you like to, for example, form or collaborate with another South American born like Tom Araya to make something together. That would be great. Have you ever thought about that?
We actually worked together on Primitive. We did a song called Terrorist, and it was really good. I really like work with Tom. I know he's Chilean, and his family is all from Chile, and that's really great. I like a lot of South American bands. I like in Brazil. There's a lot of great bands. There's Claustrophobia, Test, Gangrena Gasosa. The scene is really, Crisium. Really good death metal band. And so, yeah, so I feel every time I go to South America, I feel very happy because they treat me very good, like some kind of ambassador of South America and of metal, and it's a great feeling, man. It's the crowd really love that, and I love the respect I get from the South American fans because it wasn't planned like that. I didn't plan to become this spokesperson for South America, but it just ended up being like that. I just became a person that it started with Sepultura, and then with the years of touring became kind of like a person that Latin America really looked up to, and I think that's really good, man. That's really exciting. I have a big South American tour program for I think it's May or June for Cavalera Conspiracy, and it's many shows. I think Ecuador, Paraguay, Uruguay, even El Salvador in Central America. So it's gonna be great.
And just to start wrapping up, man, what is the weirdest thing you have ever signed for a fan?
A couple babies' heads, which is always weird, Let me think here. Oh yeah, one fan once had a bone from his dog that died and wanted me to sign the bone of his dog. That was. And there was one fan in England that made me a plastic shit, and he told me, here, we brought the shit, because on the first Soulfly album I say bring the shit.
Yeah, bring the shit.
Yeah, so he brought the shit, and he gave me a piece of plastic shit, which I still have it at home.
That's great. The main question everyone is wondering now, will we see more Kill Be Kill in the future?
Oh yeah, we're gonna keep trying to organize things with it. Depends on everybody's schedule. I know that Troy is gonna come back with Mastodon here to Australia right after this, and I have, I'm gonna be pretty busy, especially after the next Soulfly comes out, cause comes out in August. I'm finishing the vocals right now. The music is all done. It was done with Matt Hyde in LA, and it's incredible, a really good record. I'm very happy with this record, and I'm gonna be probably after the Soulfly album comes out, I'm probably gonna be 1 year or a year and a half on the road for Soulfly. But we find, breaks between these bands that we can find some time for Killer BQ to do stuff. But I was very happy that we had time to do Soundwave and Lamb of God shows, because it's been a fantastic experience. And I think all of us, man, I was talking to Greg, I never seen Greg this happy in a long time, so I think it's, for him even, it's been an amazing experience to watch Killer BQ come from nothing and become a very exciting band. And I think by judging by the excitement around the Soundwave, it's some people didn't even knew that we were here. I think one of the Lamb of God roadies were like, I didn't even know you guys were gonna be like, oh man, you're Max from Sepultura. Oh, what are you doing here? And I'm like, I'm Killer BQ. We're opening for you. And so some people didn't even know we were gonna be here. And judging by the fan reaction, it's great. And I always like to come back to Australia. I don't care what band, so hopefully we get to come back more with Cavalera and Soulfly later, and maybe Killer BQ in the future again.
Mm-hmm.